Thomas Ostermeier, dal 1996 regista teatrale e dal 1999 direttore artistico della Schaubühne di Berlino. È un punto di riferimento internazionale per la reinterpretazione dei testi classici e per la messa in scena della nuova drammaturgia contemporanea. In qualità di regista, consapevole e rispettoso dell'importanza dell'interprete, è saputo creare assieme ai suoi attori e alle sue attrici un grande lavoro interpretativo, la cui caratteristica principale è la capacità di combinare verità scenica e artificio. Un regista che ha sempre saputo coniugare la polarità con la qualità, ma è soprattutto un artista alla costante ricerca di nuova forma di comunicazione che l'arte effimera del teatro richiede continuamente. Le arti sceniche non possono dipendere né dal pubblico, né domani, né da quello di ieri, ma Thomas Ostermeier sa rimanere nel presente guardando al futuro con tutta la tradizione del passato. Thomas, congratulations.
Grazie tanto per questo onore, Signor Presidente. I will do my speech in English because my Italian is not sufficient enough to tell what I wanted to tell to you. I will tell a short story which happened some years ago. Some of you might know it already, but I will tell it again. As you know, in this case, I'm completely overwhelmed by a prize for alla Carriera, which some people tend to translate with lifetime achievements. I still hope that I have some life in front of me. So nevertheless, I accepted this prize. But this seems to be like a little metaphor which is going through the last 15 years because, as already mentioned, I was pretty young when Jürgen Schüttem, the head of the Schaubühne, asked me to come to the Schaubühne. I was at that time running the Baracke, and when the first contact came, I was 29, so especially in Italy, I think people believe that people who run bigger institutions should be something around 65 or 70. So even older, yes. I don't know about you, but I really like the idea of Stefan Kegi to bring the line and to have it as a force to break holes through the wall and have a view on the outside. So what I'm trying to do since I was pretty young when I came to the Schaubühne is not only to break these holes, but also to put some content and some sense inside the walls. And I also take this prize as a kind of encouragement for the Italian young theater people, and especially for these two movements already mentioned, but I really have to mention them once more, and with all the solidarity to them, the people from the Teatro Marinoni and Teatro Valle in Roma. So please give them an applause, because I think it's worth for them to be supported. As mentioned, I'm dealing all the time with this problem, being at the head of theaters, at the head of institutions, and working there. So one of the first times when I went to Norway with a play by a playwright, Jon Fosse, who was first introduced by the Schaubühne into German theater world, because we still do believe in the holes in the walls of the institutions, and I think we should try through these holes to reach out with writers and authors to get a connection to the reality outside, which sometimes theater tends to lose. So when I first went to Norway, I met a very nice woman, and she asked me what I'm doing, and I said, oh, well, I'm running this big institution, Schaubühne. And you seem to be pretty young for that. And I said, yeah, possible. And then she said, well, when I see you, I remember a story. Because she was working up north in Norway, and she was taking care of cows, not of lions, but of cows. So she was having a, how do you say, herde? A group of cows. And one day, a stock of cows, yes. And this group of cows, they always have one leader, usually a bit older cow, and they put a bell around the neck of the cow so that the others can follow. And one day, this older cow was ill, and they didn't know what to do, so they decided to put the bell around the neck of one very young cow. And so they went out, all the other cows, with the young cow. And at the end of the day, she went outside to gather the cows. And this very young cow had, with his horns, stick into a tree, and the bell was just ringing all the time, because she was so desperate, this cow was so desperate about a new job. So this can happen, and what I find so amazing by this story, by the story of the woman, that she was telling it to me in order, or hoping that this will not happen to me. And I take this prize as a kind of maybe a little hint that I'm still running around with a bell around my neck and not with a horn in the tree. Thank you.